Klaus, what are you doing?
Turning the camera on.
Hi, Mom! Oh, my God. No!
You had to partner him up, didn't you?
It's okay. It's
No, girls. No.
No, it's not a cat.
It was a trick. No.
Thanks,
No,
Shane.
no.
So I asked him, I said, Klaus, I want a book of case studies that I can teach by. He said, there is no such thing. You're going to have to write it. And I went, no, I don't want to write a book. I want you to find one for me. So every year for 3 years, Klaus, find a book of case studies so that I can use it in my classroom. I'm telling you, there is no such thing. You're going to have to write it. I do not want to write a textbook. No. Find it. It doesn't exist, I'm telling you. So year 4, when he said that, I said, okay, I'll write the darn thing. And Meryl and I, my sister, who died in '01, decided, okay, we'll write it. They flew us to St. Louis, where Mosby Elsevier is located, and put us in this gigantic conference room. The table was bigger than any table I've ever seen. It's like one of those things on TV where there's 20 people sitting around. And I'm on one side, Meryl and I are on one side, and they're on another side, and I'm thinking, this is overkill. The room almost echoed. And I said, well, I'll do it, but I have to do it in 3 months. Because, I mean, they're going like, you can tell they're laughing, but they're going, oh my gosh, what planet did these people drop off?
Why? Because why?
You don't, it doesn't take, it takes a year.
Oh, okay.
And I said,
Nobody told them that.
no one told us that you couldn't do it in 3 months.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story when you're done. Right.
So I said, when the academic year starts, I've got to get rolling again. So this has got to take 3 months, camera ready 3 months. So actually it took me 3.5, it took us 3.5 months. But they could not believe it. They were absolutely stunned. And it's only because we didn't know it wasn't possible.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. My girlfriend Debbie Zanker, her husband Bill Zanker, have you heard of him?
No.
He wrote one of the books with Donald Trump.
Oh.
And so, you know, and I was thinking about writing a book, and so I asked Debbie, well, how long did it take Bill? And she said 3 months. So I said, really? And she said, yeah, I guess he had a lot to say. And so he just, you know, sat down and did it. And so I was like, that's great inspiration, because you always think it's a year or 2 years.
I didn't.
I know. I thought, well, that's great. 3 months, that's my kind of thing.
Well, we darn near killed each other over that book.
Were you
But
with
we
each
were-
other
oh,
pretty
yeah.
much the whole time?
But we were working 14, 16 hours every single day for 3 months.
It was probably a good thing that Meryl was manic, because otherwise it would not have been done. She probably went 36
Actually,
hours.
she was the holdup. in many respects.
Huh.
She did the editing, you know, the finished product, but I told her, I said, okay, look, we've got all these things that have to be done. I'm setting up a schedule, and I know how you are. You never meet a deadline, and I never miss one. So I'm telling you the timeline where each thing has to be done. And if you don't complete the work on time, I'm going to do it myself. So it was like months after she was just going to send out the letters to these contributors. And I said, I'm already getting their stuff back. And she goes, what? I wanted them to... I said, then you should have met the deadline. Period. I'm not playing with you here. I want the thing done. And it was done. I did run over by 2 weeks, I think. But they just could not believe it. They just were stunned.
How long did it take them to then read it and approve it?
Almost a year.
Oh.
I said, this is ridiculous. This is time-sensitive information.
They were doing a chapter at a time, right? I mean,
Yeah.
whoever was a specialist in that area was doing that chapter, so it's not like any of them had the whole book to do.
No.
And those are the publishers?
The people that were sitting around the table going,
Yeah. And I said, no, we're not ever doing this again. And then the third edition, what a catastrophe that was. They sent the book to be edited in India. And these people did not speak English as their first language. They introduced so many errors into that book that as I reviewed it, I would put stickers on the side. I had all 4 sides that looked like a porcupine. And I was so angry. I called them and I said, how dare you? You ruined this textbook by sending it to another country. I said, I don't even know if I have caught all the mistakes. I was hiring naive readers on this end to see if there were any mistakes that I missed. Oh, I was pissed.
Why did
I
they
told
do
them,
that?
Money.
cheaper.
For the printing? Because the printing was going to be
Cheaper.
for the printing.
I don't know, cheaper, just cheaper
Yeah.
all the way around.
Yeah.
And I said, you ever do this, I said, I will never write another thing for you. I said, I'm done with this book. And so I should have said, we're going back to the original manuscript that I turned in, and you get somebody from this country to edit it.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so angry.
So whatever happened with that?
And when they called me about the 4th edition, I said, I want to ask one question. Is it going to be sent overseas to be edited? No, 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 we learned our lesson. We're never going to do that again. I said, okay, then I'll do it.
So
Oh,
4.
Oh, so.
So the third one, what happened with the third one?
That's the one that they screwed up so bad.
But it got published.
It did get published, but I don't know.
Do you like it?
I don't know if I ever caught all the mistakes.
Does every edition have different case studies?
A lot of them are changed, yeah. They told me that I only had to change 10%. I said, bull hockey. I said,
Medicine changes more than that.
oh yeah. I said, we've got to change a heck of a lot more than that. I said, the whole face of medicine is changing. Plus, we added chapters every time. So that this time, the 4th edition, covered the entire curriculum. So that was, well, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
And you can leave me in there for a little while.
Okay.
I'm going to brush my teeth, and then I'll call you when I want to be hoisted.
Okay.
Watch out, Haley and Sadie.